Hey, good afternoon there, Sweet Peas. Basic Prepper Mom Myra here. I am out in my brand new shed. We got a brand new shed. I'm so excited. It is extremely messy right now because we just the rain's coming in, so we just kind of threw everything from the old shed because it leaks really bad into the new shed, so I have not organized yet. But I want to do a product review. I am not sponsored. I have no affiliation with this company, but I will say that I've ordered quite a bit of stuff from them in the past. It's My Patriot Supply. And I have ordered stuff from them in the past. I've been super happy with the things that I've ordered. I've ordered everything from all kinds of different kinds of food, MREs, things like that, to supplies. And I've, like I said, been super, super happy with their products and what they have. And their pricing actually is pretty decent, I think, too. But I got an email from them, a company email, and I was intrigued more than anything. So I had to get this. And of course I couldn't just get one. I had to get two, which I did. One of them I'm actually going to give to my mom. But this weekend, my son and I actually product tested it. So this is the Space. It's a self-powered indoor space heater and stove. It is a Vesta Instafire. And it is for emergency use for heat and as a cooktop. It comes, this is the size of the box that it comes in. So it's not like a huge unit, and it's very, very, very lightweight. So, ta-da! Here's a little unit. Isn't it cute? All right. It's got two handles, on each side. Very, very lightweight, very easy to move. This is the heater portion. This is actually where the heat comes out. I don't have it attached right now, and this is the fan. So you put the canisters of fuel in there, it will automatically turn on the fan when it heats up and shoots the heat out this way to disperse it. Now, the cans go in here. This little tray slides out. These are the cans. There's actually 3 slots here for 3 canisters of fuel. And this is the 6-hour canned heat on that. The canned heat it's just, you light the wick and the fuel's in there. You can feel it. It's supposed to go for 6 hours. The flame itself gives out a pretty decent flame. It's not huge. It's not like super overly hot. It definitely does not, you can use it indoors because it does not put off any smoke, nor does it put off any odor. It does say to make sure to have some ventilation in there, but that's kind of why you can use it indoors, is because it does not give out smoke or odor, which I was very appreciative of. So it comes with this cute little snuffer, and this basically just snuffs out when you have them lit. You also have this handle on here that will move this tray, so you can actually hook it and pull it out once it gets hot. So the first time we tried this, it was in our house. It was in the living room. We had it sitting on the table. And it was kind of warm in the house already. Didn't really notice. We only had 2 cans in there because I thought, well, let's see what happens if we just do 2 cans. And the fan itself was working, but it really wasn't spinning very fast, and it wasn't pushing out a lot of heat. So you could actually feel the heat if you put your hands up to it like this, and then you could feel the heat coming out. But I thought, okay, keep in mind, this is not for everyday use. It is for short-term emergency situations. That's what it's for. So we waited until it cooled down after dark. We came out here to the shed because it was colder than in the house. And we put 3 cans of fuel in it and tried it again. It definitely made the fan spin a little bit faster, and it pushed more heat out because it was producing more heat. So it actually pushed it out. It did not heat us up. We were like, okay. But once again, we were not in a situation where it was freezing. I think that this is an emergency type situation, that if you were in a short-term freezing position, then it would probably put off enough heat to keep you alive and allow you to survive. Or if you're in like a tent situation, or as long as you had some sort of ventilation, obviously, or smaller situation like that. It is short-term emergency. So that is the heating aspect of this. Then you take this top off, which is super simple to tape off. It actually hooks on there. I just didn't have it, but it's easy to take on and off. Very simple. Take that off. Now you have your cooktop. This is a cooking grate on here, so you've got your canisters in here with the flames. So you're basically cooking over an open flame. It's obviously going to work, right? We cooked an egg on there with a little small skillet. It cooked it just fine, pretty quickly, but like I said, you're on an open flame, so of course, still no smoke, no odor from it, which was really nice. We only had 2 cans at that point. If we had all 3 cans, definitely would have been able to boil water and do a little bit more. So, I think that aspect is a very nice thing to have on hand. The biggest downfall is that I can see are these, the little cans of fuel. So running this would require you having these little canisters, and I don't know how feasible it is to stock up on these. And you're looking at storage space and financially and so forth, but I digress. If you're looking at very much an emergency short-term situation, you wouldn't have to, you wouldn't be looking at storing up a ton of cans, because you are looking at short-term usage. So yeah, these only last about 6 hours each, but realistically, you're probably going to only run this for 12 hours, somewhere around there. It's not a long-term solution by any means. It is a true survival situation. It is very easy to cart around. Like I said, it's lightweight. It has the handles, but if you're in a camping situation, I'm not sure that you're going to be wanting to pack this around. But once again, we're talking survival situation. Do I think it's a good thing to have on hand? My theory is, whenever you can have a product, whenever you can have an item that helps you in an emergency situation, it's good to have on hand. However, could I have spent this money on something else that was more usable for my family and benefited us more? Absolutely, 100% yes. Am I glad I got it to try it out? Yeah, I am a gadget person. I'm just going to tell you right now, if there's a gadget out there, then I have to have it. And this was, to me, a gadget. It was very intriguing. So I had to get one. I am going to give one to my mom. We just bought her a place out of state, and she'll be over there by herself. Thankfully, she's only about 3 hours away from us, but it is still out of state. But I'm going to give her some canned heat as well as this unit, and teach her how to use it. And in a weird emergency situation, at least I know that she's got something. And whether she ever uses it or not, she probably won't. It makes me feel good knowing that she's got something on hand. So that is the My Patriot Supply Instafire Vesta space heater, indoor space heater and cooker. So I'm, to be honest, it'll go back in the box and it'll sit on my shelf until we need it, or until someone else needs it. If somebody is in a situation where they need it, I would absolutely give it to them as well. But I think if the fan were bigger, or more blades on it, or a little bit more powerful, I feel that it would be better, because it definitely gives out heat. It definitely produces heat. It just needs to be able to disperse it a little bit better, I think. So, if the fan were a little bit more, powerful, if the fan were a little bit more whatever that could actually push the heat out, it would be better in my opinion. But I did get extra cans of canned heat, and I do have it on hand. So, worst case scenario, it's another source that we don't already have. It's another source for cooking. It's another source of heat. And if you're trying to be in the preparedness field, you definitely know that in my way of thinking, that more is more, right? So you always want to have multiple sources for heat, multiple sources for cooking. We have, if we count this, we have about 4 or 5 sources for heat and cooking now. So we're pretty covered, but this would definitely be the backup to the backup to the backup kind of thing. So just to be prepared. All right, if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out. Once again, this is my Patriot Supply, the indoor space heater and cooker with the canned heat. I will talk to you guys soon. I have some other stuff that I'm going to be hopefully testing pretty soon. And also going to be firing up the freeze dryer. So we'll see what happens then. I hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.